Howdy folks, Nathan Adlin here at the 2016 North American International Auto Show, and behind me, the Nissan Titan Warrior concept. That's right, it is a concept truck. And coming up next, everything you wanted to know, design.
This is kind of how I always imagined the truck to be, more of this extreme off-road vehicle, but obviously for production, it is what it is now. Like it's more toned down to what it is, but in my mind, this is kind of always how I see the truck. With the headlight, obviously with this front end, we're trying to say that this truck is more of this suit of modern armor, where the truck is much more robotic and technical in this execution from, stepping up from the production version. But with this headlight, it's meant to be, again, like that sinister, menacing look of this warrior in front view. It's like the truck is a helmet. But then this is almost like this is the light signature, which is showing the Titan T logo, which we're really proud of. So it's basically that kind of abstracted, and it's also repeated in the rear for the taillights. It's half of that Titan T shape.
Now there are a few interesting specs about this vehicle. Right off the bat, you can tell it's wider. It's over 6 inches wider. Can you believe that? And 3 inches higher. Obviously, much larger meat underneath as well.
We're studying, off-road vehicles. It's basically all starts with the suspension, making it more capable of off-road. So we widened the track about 95 millimeters on each wheel, put these 37-inch tires on it and lifted it up. And that kind of set the proportion for the truck, where the fenders it's probably actually closer to 7 inches wider. And that gives it this, real muscularity to the design. And you can really see the clarity of the character lines and strength of it. And we use a lot of lightweight materials. It's a carbon composite over the fenders, making it something that's strong, lightweight, but also more impact.
Resistant?
Yeah, more impact resistant. It's got more deflection and stuff in it. This is still the production hood, actually has vents on it now. And then with the lighting, we have roof LED fog lights, which we place them high up there. It makes it feel more like, from trucks back in the day, we had these big fog lights up there, but it projects more light further forward if it's mounted higher up. And that actually continues back over the roof, this carbon fiber treatment that becomes the rear cabin spoiler as well. So just giving it some of these aerodynamic cues around the truck, make it feel more performance, and any gain in aerodynamics is, a welcome gain. Also, the rear tailgate spoiler has a new design and also enhanced spoiler off the back of that as well. And then you can again see that Titan mark logo shape, which we're really proud to show.
Now, this is based on the Nissan Titan XD because it has the diesel engine in it. However, there is a gas engine that's coming, and rumor has it it's going to be really hot. So imagine this having a hot V8 in there if this made it to production. Now that would put it between the Power Wagon and the Ford Raptor, wouldn't it? Once again, Nissan right in the middle.
When you think about desert, pre-runners and trophy trucks, those are pretty amazing vehicles, and I always kind of imagine these wings and arrow things coming off of it. We try to do it here in a way that's a unique design, but really strong and powerful at the same time. Well, we always look at competition when we're designing something, but this is exactly what it is. It's just a higher, aggressive version of the Titan XD. It's basically the same design, language, and forms, just enhanced quite a bit more. Because there's competition out there, but we living in San Diego and California, close to Mexico and Nevada. There's a lot of desert pre-running trucks, and people are driving these things on the freeways, on the streets, even almost as daily drivers. So we know there's a huge market for this type of vehicle. I know it's a specialized vehicle, but everybody likes this kind of image of being tough and almost indestructible. This truck is meant to be, premium sport. So it's this adventure vehicle on the outside, extreme off-roading, desert running vehicle. But on the inside, it's still like a premium sports, where you're still doing this adventure, but you're doing it with style and in comfort. And we have, this real beefy milled aluminum steering wheel, and then there's suede on the IP and the headliner and other areas of the vehicle. Integrated tool kits and first aid, and also there's hot and cold water bottles in there. When you're talking to the customers, they still need to start the day with coffee, and they have a drink later on when they're taking a lot of abuse on the off-road or whatever they're doing. And there's also toggle switches, auxiliary gauges, for wherever else people may want to add and modify this truck. As even though this truck is highly modified, we know that this type of customer will probably still want to take this vehicle and modify it themselves and make it their own. In terms of the colors, again with the Greek mythology and that warrior aspect, we're calling this color, this is matte gunmetal. We call it thunder, but it's like has a lot of coarseness to it. Make it a little bit more durable and strong, and it has a lot of life with it with the flake. And also the orange accents, we're calling that magma, just to give it a little more sporty, youthful feeling to it. And then obviously the carbon, and then there's machine finishes on the wheels and on the exhaust spaces as well. So there's a quad tip exhaust system on the back, making it obviously feel more performance.
And under the hood, still the diesel motor, right?
Yeah, it's still the Titan, a Cummins turbo diesel 5-liter V8 as a base. We haven't discussed too much exactly about the final output of power, but we think it's an intriguing story of having this high performance diesel engine. There's been a lot of diesel trucks in the past that have conquered Dakar and Baja and other off-road races, so we think there's an interesting story with that, and there'd be people who would find that very intriguing.
Thank you so much for joining me at the 2016 North American International Auto Show. Look how tall this thing is in the back, my God. Don't forget to go to tfltruck.com to get wall-to-wall coverage from the North American International Auto Show. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.
Cold today, but this is a day I've been waiting for a long time, because right here is the Ford Raptor with the 6.2-liter V8 towing 5,600 pounds, the exact same weight we towed with the Chevy Silverado not too long ago for our MPG loop. That Silverado got 10.1 MPG in real-world testing, and today we're going to pit Ford versus Chevy, 6.2-liter V8 versus 6.2-liter V8, coming up next.